Hi students, welcome to my back deck. This is going to be a First Chapter Friday for everyone. Say hello again to Noodles. He just got back from the vet. You can see his cast. He is still healing, but the good news is he is healing, and hopefully he is able to return to school when we return. Okay, so I got this from the bookstore the other day. It's by Ruta, Sepetys. We've read some of her other books from the library. I know a lot of you had read Between Shades of Grey and the sequel to that, Salt to the Sea. Interestingly, when I was at the bookstore, I saw that they had changed the name for Between Shades of Grey to like Ashes and Snow or something like that, because they are turning it into a movie or a motion picture or TV show. I'm not sure. But if you see Ashes to Snow, it's the same book that maybe you read Between Shades of Grey. But this is called The Fountains of Silence. Historical fiction, it's the genre this is my favorite genre of book. So no surprise I picked that up. All right, and I'm going to read 2 chapters because the first one was super short. I don't know if Noodles will sit here the whole time. We'll see. Okay. The Spanish Civil War, 1936 to 1939, began as a military revolt against the democratically elected Second Spanish Republic, and continued as an armed conflict between the Nationalists and Republicans. The Nationalists were led by Generalissimo Francisco Franco and aided by Hitler and Mussolini. The Republicans were led by the Democratic government at the time and aided by Mexico, the Soviet Union, and volunteers from over 50 countries, with support from academics, creatives, workers, unions, and leftists. Internally divided, the Republicans were not able to stop the Nationalist advance and surrendered in March of 1939. Franco's dictatorship lasted 36 years. We have only died if you forget us. Anonymous Epitaph, Spanish Civil War, Mass Grave. Part 1, 1957, Madrid, Spain. I've never been happy about sending an ambassador to Spain, and I'm not happy about it now. And unless Franco changes in his treatment of citizens who do not disagree with him religiously, I'll be sorely tempted to break off all communications with him in spite of the defense of Europe. Harry S. Truman, 33rd President of the United States, August 2nd, 1951. Memorandum from Truman to the Secretary of State, Dean Acheson. Acheson Papers, Secretary of State File, Truman Library Archives. This other dog is Ellie, by the way, if you see Ellie in this. She will probably sit on my lap the whole time. Chapter 1. They stand in line for blood. June's early blooms across a string of women waiting patiently at El Matadero. Fans snap open and flutter, replying to Madrid's warmth and the scent of open flesh wafting from the slaughterhouse. The blood will soon be used for morcilla, blood sausage. It must be measured with care. Too much blood and the sausage is not firm. Too little and the sausage crumbles like dry earth. Raphael wipes the blade in his apron, his mind miles from the morcilla. He turns slowly from the line of customers and puts his face to the sky. In his mind it is Sunday. The hands of the clock touch 6. It is time. The trumpet sounds and the march of the pastoble rolls through the arena. Raphael steps onto the sand, into the sun. He is ready to meet fear. In the center box of the bullring sits Spanish dictator Generalissimo Francisco Franco. They call him El Caudillo, leader of armies. Hero by the grace of God. Franco looks down to the ring. Their eyes meet. You don't know me, Generalissimo, but I know you. I am Rafael Torres Moreno, and today I am not afraid. Rafa! The supervisor swats the back of Raphael's damp neck. Are you blind? There's a line. Stop daydreaming. The blood, Rafa. Give them their blood. Rafa nods, walking toward the patrons. His visions of the bullring quickly disappear. Give them their blood. Memories of war tap on his brain. The small, taunting voice returns, choking daydreams into nightmares. You do remember, don't you, Rafa? He does. The silhouette is unmistakable. Patent leather men with patent leather souls. The Guardia Civila. He secretly calls them the Crows. They are servants of Generalissimo Franco, and they have appeared on the street. Please, not here, whispers Raphael from his hiding spot beneath the trees. The wail of a toddler echoes above. He looks up and sees Julia at the open window, holding their youngest sister, Anna. Their father's voice booms from inside. Julia, close the window, lock the door, and wait for your mother. Where is Rafa? Here, Papa, whispers Raphael, his small legs folded in hiding. I'm right here. His father appears at the door. The crows appear at the curb. The shot rings out. A flash explodes. Julia screams from above. Rafa's body freezes. No breath. No air. No. 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 They drag his father's limp corpse by an arm. Papa! It's too late. As the cry leaves his throat, Rafa realizes he's given himself away. A pair of eyes dart. The boy's behind the tree. Grab him. Rafa blinks, blocking the painful memories, hiding his collapsed heart beneath a smile. Buenos dias, senora. How may I help you? Asked the customer. He asked the customer. Blood. Si, senora. For more than 20 years, Spain has given blood, and sometimes Rafa wonders what is left to give. Chapter 2. It's a lie. It has to be. I know what you've done. Ana Torres Morena stands 2 levels below ground in the servants' basement. She rips the small note to pieces, shoves them in her mouth, and swallows. A voice calls from the hall. Hurry, Ana, they're waiting. Dashing through the windowless maze of stone walls, Ana wills herself to move faster, wills herself to smile. A weak glow from the bare bulb whispers light onto the supply shelf. Ana spots the tiny sewing kit and throws it into her basket. She runs to the stairs and falls in step with Lorenza, who balances an assortment of cigarettes on a tray. You look pale, whispers Lorenza. Está bien? I'm fine, replies Ana. Always say you're fine, especially when you're not, she reminds herself. The mouth of the stairway appears. Light from a crystal chandelier twinkles and beckons from the glittering hall. Their steps slow, synchronized, and in perfect unison they emerge onto the marble floor of the hotel lobby, faces full of smiles. Ana scrolls her mental list. The man from New York will want a newspaper and matches. The woman from Pennsylvania will need more ice. Americans love ice. Some claim to have trays of cubed ice in their refrigerators. Maybe it's possible. Ana sees advertisements for appliances in glossy magazines that hotel guests leave behind. Frigidaire, rust-proof, shelving, controlled, butter-ready, whatever that means. Beyond Spain, it's all a mystery. Ana hears every word, but guests would never know it. She scurries, filling requests quickly, so visitors have no time to glance out of their worlds and into hers. Julia, the matriarch of their fractured family, issues constant reminders. You trust too easily, Ana. You reveal too much. Stay silent. Ana is tired of silence, tired of unanswered questions, and tired of secrets. A girl of patched pieces, she dreams of new beginnings. She dreams of leaving Spain. But her sister is right. Her dreams have proven dangerous. I know what you've done. For once, follow the rules instead of your heart, pleads her sister. Follow the rules, to be invisible in plain view and paid handsomely for it. 5 pesetas per hour. That is the plan. Her older brother, Raphael, works at both the slaughterhouse and the cemetery. Between 2 jobs, he makes only 12 pesetas. 20 cents, according to the hotel's exchange desk, for an entire day's work. Ana hands the sewing kit to the concierge and heads quickly for the staff elevator. The morning is gone, but her task list is growing. Summer season has officially arrived at the hotel, pouring thousands of new visitors into Spain. The elevator doors open to the 7th floor. Ana shifts the basket to her hip and hurries down the long corridor. Towels for $7.60, whispers the supervisor who shuttles past. Towels for $7.60, she confirms. 4 years old, but to Ana, the American hotel smells new. Tucked into her basket is a stack of hotel brochures featuring a handsome bullfighter, a matador, holding a red cape. In fancy script across the cape is written, Castellina Hilton, Madrid, your castle in Spain. Castles. She saw old postcards as a child. The haunting newsreel rolls behind her eyes. The tree-lined avenue of Paseo de la Castellano, home to Spanish royalty and grand palaces. And then the bright image fades. 1936, civil war erupts in Spain. War drains color from the cheeks of Madrid. The grand palaces become gray ghosts. Gardens and fountains disappear. So do Anna's parents. Hunger and isolation cast a filter of darkness over the country. Spain is curtained off from the world. And now, after 20 years of nationwide atrophy, Generalissimo Franco is finally allowing tourists into Spain. Banks and hotels wrap new exteriors over old palace interiors. The tourists don't know the difference. What lies beneath is now hidden, like a note disintegrating in her stomach. Anna reads the newspapers and magazines that guests discard. She memorizes the brochure to recite on cue. Formerly a palace, Castellano is the first Hilton property in Europe. Over 300 rooms, each with 3-channel radio and even a telephone. If you are assigned to a guest in a suite, you will remember their every request, lectures her supervisor. Remember, Americans are less formal than Spaniards. They're accustomed to conversation. They will be warm, helpful. You will be warm, helpful, and conversational. I'm always conversational, Lorenza whispers with a wink. Anna wants to be conversational, but her sister's call for silence contradicts hotel instruction. The constant tug in opposite directions make her feel like a rag doll, destined to lose an arm. A man in a crisp white shirt emerges from a door into the hotel hallway. Anna stops and gives him a small bob. Buenos dias, senor. Hiya, doll. Doll, dame, kitten, baby. American men have many terms for women. Just when Anna thinks she's heard them all, a new one appears in her English class at the hotel. These words are called terms of endearment. After what happened last year, Anna knows better. American diplomats, actors, and musicians arrive amidst the swirling dust of Bajarat Airport. They socialize and mingle into the pale hours of morning. Anna secretly notes their preferences. Starlets have favorite suites. Politicians have favorite starlets. Many are unaware of what transpired in Spain decades earlier. They sip cava, romanticizing Hemingway and flamenco. On rare occasions, someone asks Anna about Spain's war. She politely changes the subject. It's not only hotel policy, but also the promise she made. She will look to the future. The past must be forgotten. Her father executed, her mother imprisoned. Their crime was not an action, but an ambition. Teachers who hoped to develop a Montessori school with methods based on child development rather than religion. But Generalissimo Franco commands that all schools in Spain shall be controlled by the Catholic Church. Republican sympathizers must be eradicated. Her parents' offense has left Anna rowing dark waters of dead secrets. Born into a long shadow of shame, she must never speak publicly of her parents. She must live in silence, but sometimes, from the hidden corners of her heart, calls a haunting question: what can be built through silence? Okay, that is the end of 2 chapters. On your first chapter Friday, you got a little bit more. I hope you guys are enjoying your time at home. I hope that you are spending time with family, spending time. Pierce, my son, is recording and he's playing with his cat instead of paying attention. So I hope you're spending time with your family outside. Today is a beautiful spring day. The birds are chirping and bushes and trees are budding. The sun is out, so I hope you guys are too. Try to take walks, read books, do puzzles, cook dinners, just do things that we don't necessarily have the time to do when we have the obligation of school. I miss you guys, and I hope that I get to see you very, very soon, and we get to end the year together. So, bye for now.